Hey everyone, welcome to a closer look at the new Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. That's right, it is out, it is happening. After collapsing from the excitement, I've just managed to get up and analyse the trailer a little bit. Now this is all hyperbole and could be all bollocks, but let's have a look through the trailer and see if we spot anything. It's a bit of fun, why not? But what I will say is that the trailer doesn't say much. It's actually 1 minute and 8 seconds, which is a very short trailer, even for Rockstar standards. There's only 17 words in the trailer spoken, and we have no idea by whom, and it's very vague as well. But we're going to go in there, we're going to have a look. A lot of it is scene setting, but let's see what we can find. And the first thing I want to say is that the music is fantastic. Like, already, straight away, they've just set the scene, set the mood, the tone of how I want this game to feel and sound, and I'm going to be downloading the soundtrack immediately. So let's go in. So this is the first shot that we get, and I mean, you know, it's a very cool shot. What a way to open the game, open the trailer. But it doesn't really show you a lot. It does show you that there is a lot of green in Red Dead Redemption 2. You can see the tree there, you can grass, grassy hills. This isn't going to be the dry desert that we're familiar with. And already the map is looking huge, like, I know it's a very small piece of it, but the map is looking huge. The next scene we get, there's no surprise that there's going to be wildlife. Wildlife was a massive feature in Red Dead Redemption, so now we see that we have some deer or antlers. I'm not a wildlife, I'm not David Attenborough, okay, I don't know, but there's some stuff there walking around. Again, quite a lot of Greenland, haven't seen any desert yet, and a big rock formation there. There was some rocky areas, some snowy areas and foresty areas in Red Dead 1, but this looks like it's more so, and I don't think there was quite like a mountain like that in Red Dead 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that sort of looks like it's on a different scale, sort of like what GTA 5's mountains are getting like. So a lot of variety already in the first two shots. This shot doesn't really tell us a lot. It's a traditional farm, it's a farmhouse, could be your house, could be anything. What Rockstar tend to do with these trailers is pretty much just place a camera around the map. That's what they did with GTA 5. They just sort of put a camera and just let the world sit and let you just absorb it. So this could just be a generic farm. Maybe they're hinting at like you can manage your own farm, and the next shot that sort of alludes to that. But there is a little rat, I think, or a mouse or something in this one, which is pretty hard to spot. Rockstar always throws some little Brucey bonuses in their trailers, and I'm sure that's like a little rat or something. So that shows you that there's a lot of wildlife. Again, this shot doesn't tell us a lot. There's a common theme here that this trailer is pretty bleak when it comes to clues, but what it does say is, hey, this game can lock the fuck out of this environment through these trees. So that's nice. This is a great sort of aerial shot we get that shows us just scale. So we're in a sort of valley here, and obviously in a valley you get a river, and this sort of looks like a swamp area, which supports the rumour that when the map was released, it was shown that New Bordeaux was on the map, which teased that, like, maybe Mafia 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2 have some sort of connection, probably just a vague one, like they're sort of set in the same place, and that totally supports, this shot totally supports that theory. And also birds, so we have to hunt birds again, which was a pain in the arse. The other thing I picked up from this is that the whole colour palette of the trailer is a lot flatter, a lot more toned down, and this usually implies with filters and film that this is going to be a darker game, a much darker tone. Obviously the first one had some dark tones, some messed up shit happen, but this isn't going to be a pleasant story, this isn't going to be a pretty story. This, I would say, is probably my favourite shot in the trailer. The first and standout thing is the Milky Way. The Milky Way is in the sky, and one of the advantages of being out in the wildlife is that you get great skies, and you got a bit of that in Red Dead Redemption, but this is completely different to what we got in the first game. So being able to have those moments where you just wish you had a camera and take pictures, hopefully there might be a picture mode, but this is just fantastic. Again, you could say that campfires could be a thing, you could set up your own campfire, but I think this is Rockstar plonking a camera in the environment just to show you, like, this might be just a random thing that you could come across. You get the Milky Way, you see a camp, maybe these are friendlies, maybe these are enemies, but this is probably just how the world is with or without you. That's what Rockstar are great at, is just making a world that you believe is probably happening while you're not there. I like Rockstar. I don't know if you've noticed. Like, I'm a bit of a fanboy. So this is the first time we see a character in the trailer. I'm probably gonna think it's you. I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of leads me to think that it's you. There is some wildlife on the back of that horse. Either that, or it's very badly trying to have sex with the horse. I'm not sure. This might implicate it's just a cutscene. It could be just a random dude, and I'm just, over-analysing it. But what the hell am I supposed to do? It could mean that when you hunt stuff, you have to bring it back for food. We don't know. But it definitely looks like he's going back not just to a home, but to a community of homes. He's going back to a town or a village. So that might play some part in the game or in the character itself. So water was a big barrier in Red Dead Redemption. They use water so you can get to the gate certain areas. They tend not to do that in open world games anymore. So this could be Rockstar saying, like, water is a feature that you could ride a boat on. I'm pretty sure you didn't see many people riding boats or like canoes or wherever in Red Dead. I know you rode a raft in the co-op mission, but other than that, you didn't really see a lot of people on the river. So this could just allude to the fact that water isn't a barrier anymore. It's very much a part of the game, and you can probably swim. I think this is Rockstar saying you can swim. Buffaloes are back, and what I found interesting about this one was in the first game, buffaloes were by the train track, and you could make buffaloes extinct. It was an achievement, and again they're by the train track. So I don't know if this is just saying, like, yeah, you can make these motherfuckers extinct again. This also makes me think about when this trailer is set. In Red Dead Redemption 1, there was even a car. It was set in 1911. So it was a time of transition where things were changing. I don't think this is set in the same time, but because it's a sequel, it kind of makes me think that it should follow on from what the first one did. So I'm really sort of confused at when this is set. In the trailer, there's no sign of sort of advanced technology such as cars. So trains is the most tech that we get in the trailer, which leads me to think that it's probably not that far away from the first Red Dead. This could also just be an allusion to the fact that you can ride a DeLorean in the game, and it's Back to the Future 3. It's not Red Dead Redemption 2 at all. So we'll see if that theory comes through. I bet it won't. Despite a lot going on in this, there's a lot of people in the shot. There's actually a horse and cart. Very nice horse and cart, well-to-do people in that horse and cart. There's not a lot that happens. I hope those people aren't being paid by the hour, because they're not doing anything. But we see Worth's general store, but not a lot is going on. This shot, however, does give you a clue into terms of technology. So we do see a train in the previous shot, and we do see electricity in this shot. So again, this sort of leads me to think that maybe this is set as an actual sequel to Red Dead Redemption rather than a prequel or anything like that, because we have electricity, there's things going on, there's an infrastructure that's happening here, that it's not a traditional Western as we know it. This shot just, I think, is a cool shot of you and probably who you will play as in Red Dead Redemption 2. There are people saying that maybe because there's 7 people on the banner image, and also 7 riders in this at the end, as you'll see, that there's a player swap feature like in GTA 5. I doubt it. 7 people seems a lot to swap with. I'd say it's more of a group of people that you probably won't trust very much. But this is a cool shot. This town or village is fucked. It's run down. There's blood on the streets. There's people. There's animals eating. I'd say it's an animal. It could be a corpse, a human corpse. But it's run down. It's ragged down, and not a lot of people care about its appearance. The roads aren't looked after. And in the back, one of the buildings is still on fire, or it's caught smoke or something. So this is just a really bad area. So I'm just thinking that this might be just Red Dead's way of saying that this isn't a great time for this environment. It could be a sign of these kind of towns are just done and they're a bit directionless and run down. Shit's on fire. Is what I take from this. It does show you that there's some sort of maybe like a factory or something going on at the back there. I see chimneys. I see some sort of workplace taking place there. Again, very vague. That fire doesn't look good or healthy for that building. And this, again, I would say is our main protagonist. And this is when you hear the words, so the 17 words in the trailer.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over. I'm not sure what to take to that, but it sounds like advice, you know, things like listen to me. Sounds like that's somebody giving you advice. And my guess of this is that, you know, you're in a band of 7 people, which let's just skip to the climax of the trailer, which comes shortly after the words "this is over." And so you're probably one of these 7 people, like a band of brothers type thing. And you know, I doubt that you all trust each other. I doubt that you're all loyal to each other. These are hard times, and I think he's warning you that whatever this is, whatever this group of people is, you know, when it's done, it's over, and you have to go because you probably won't make it out alive. So, you know, I think that's what it's alluding to. I don't think he's trying to warn you or is a bad guy or anything, but I think there's going to be a lot of betrayal amongst these 7 people. You know, I wouldn't trust these as far as I could throw them. Also, the horse on the right looks really weird and scared and buff. And all 7 of these guys just, yeah, they clearly look like they, well, they're not popping to the shop, are they? Looking like they're going to pay with their credit card. They look like they're going to fuck shit up, maybe rob a bank, maybe even assault like a place, you know, where maybe they're getting redemption, maybe they're getting revenge. But, you know, it looks like they're on a mission anyway. So there you go, that is my analysis of the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. I might be completely wrong, and the game is about Mickey Mouse escaping a prison full of elephants. But, you know, it's always a bit of fun just to analyse these trailers and see what they're about. I can't wait for more information. Rockstar are very good at teasing these things out. I'm sure they'll give us a little bit more story, maybe a character, and then probably tease out a multiplayer trailer. So I will be playing this fall 2017 as it's coming out, and I can't wait. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Check out our other shit that we do. We do podcasts and all that kind of crap. Check it out. Love. Bye bye.